Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening friends. In my last video I demonstrate you the receipt transaction, receipt entry against invoices, sales invoices. So in this video I will show you the coding of that, how we are doing all the functions. So this is our dashboard. Upside here our invoices and downside receipts. The relation between invoices and receipt is one-to-many relation, and we are posting. So posting stemmings is showing here. So I show you from beginning. In my last video actually there is one bug, so I fixed that bug just now. What is the bug? When we are loading the balance here, so in received balance it was not showing correctly. I checked, so just I put here, if this query set is blank, it is bringing the none. It was bringing the none. In that condition we have to put the 0, because this is our formula for bringing the receipt total. What is why I am bringing the receipt? I will show you now step by step. So it is not now, just I show you the how it is working now. Customer, we are selecting here invoice number, so invoice total, balance amount is showing. Now I will change the invoice number, invoice amount and balance amount is showing like this. So before it was not showing correctly, but I didn't tell you, so now just I corrected and now I am saying it is okay. So from beginning now we can start. First I show you the model. I created one model. Already we have customer model, we already discussed in last video. In this model in future maybe I must be create one field. I will create one field, bank account code. Which bank account customer is, actually we can incorporate the bank account. So this bank account customer will send the money, or even there is another option in our receipt, we can select, create the list. So customer, which bank the customer will send the money, but as per my, I am thinking to put here. So I will see what is feasible for me, so I will do which is more practical. So this is our receipt number. As we know, when we are creating the model, one field ID is already created by default Django. It is primary key. So this is receipt number unique is equal to true. Receipt date and time field, customer ID, foreign key related to customer, invoice number, foreign key related to sales invoice. This before I was using the selected another chain field, but now I disabled. I use another way now, more easier way. I reduce the dependencies from the third party tools. Receipt mode, which is receipt mode? Receipt mode is actually, here is our, we are creating here receipt mode. Check, cash and transfer, our list. So this list we are actually incorporating our field, or even we can create separate table also. Choice is equal to that receipt mode. Receipt amount, decimal field, and here is also validator. It will always allow only plus amount, not minus amount. Narration, posted date. These three field I removed here. Before actually I was creating that invoice. I was saving the invoice number and balance amount, but I remove this one. The logic is now changed. Receipt amount, narration, posted date, posted by, and reference number. Reference number is, what is the reference bank, like this field, reference number. So here, then this you already know, the database table name, and in our Django dashboard we have to see the name. So this one method I created, or you can say one function for creating the receipt number. We already know just how to create R, then 001 split, and Z fill 10 zeros we can fill here. So it will return the receipt number, and then we can use this one as the initial value in our view. So this is our model, simple model. Second thing is the view. There are 2-3 views because in this receipt I am using the jQuery. You see the amount is changing, list is changing here as per customer, and without reloading the page, single page application this is actually, and you see here the balance is changed. So I use the jQuery, so I show you how to implement that one also. In this receipt also I created using the class based view. This is first view, create receipt. When we are creating new receipt, this view is running. Initial value receipt dot create receipt number, which we are actually calling from here. I already show you here. This one, this function, this method is calling here. So it is initial value of receipt number, receipt date, initial value, date and time now. And this is not required, I forget to delete. Because now actually we are not saving the balance, we are calculating the balance. And receipt mode, by default we have 3 modes, na? Bank transfer, or we have cash or check. So by default receipt mode, by default value will be transfer. Form class receipt form, success URL receipt. When it will finish, it will come to this URL. And here is the context data, simple, order by descending ID. Up to here very simple, only creating the invoice. Form I show you now. Everything is very simple and very easy, nothing special, only 2-3 small changes. This is receipt form, narration, receipt mode, choice field, reduce select, widget, and here we already discussed, we are actually defining our class. So I am using the bootstrap up to right now. Maybe future I will change, I will create my CSS, but right now I am using the bootstrap. Receipt date, for showing the receipt date in calendar, it is in all fields. And receipt number is read only, we make attributes here setting. All CSS we are defining here also. Receipt number, customer ID, select field, form select is actually class of the bootstrap. This I created my class CSS, but I am not using, maybe future I will use. Invoice number, also select field, receipt amount, yeah, up to here normal. Then what we did here, actually I show you here, actually customer ID, na? When we are selecting the customer, we need the list of invoices. So in initial data of the form, what I am doing, first I am getting the customer ID from initial value self.data.get. Then I am getting the invoice numbers from which model in sales invoice dot order load filter customer ID is equal to which customer we selected. This just I put before testing. I will remove now. Print. And then here the clean data one validation. Clean data. I'll remove. I change my logic. This old logic. Actually, I was checking the balance. Now I remove this logic. Now very simple. Clean data. Which invoice number we selected by user. It will come here. Then it will try to catch the invoice number, invoice amount, aggregate using the PK. In detail table we are saving the foreign primary key, foreign key. Aggregate invoice total amount, invoice total. And if it is null, then accept, try this, otherwise 0. And try received amount, accept 0. And balance is equal to invoice total number, total invoice amount minus total receipt amount is equal to balance. Then here validation, if received amount greater than the balance amount, then raise the error, show the error. This is just I put in the clean data. So form is finished now. And then second thing I created this another, I need the list actually in my jQuery. So I created another view using the function based view, load invoices. Here I am catching the from request.get customer ID. I am catching the customer ID, and the base of the customer ID I am actually receiving the invoice numbers and returning it to another template, which just I will use in my template. I will show you how we are using this template. This is template just for creating the template. And here actually I am my context is invoice number only list of invoice, and this list we can use in our here invoice list on base of the jQuery. And load balance also same thing. I created one function load balances, so it is load balances will be showing here, like you see here. I select load balances is coming. So this function also motion based view also actually first what I selected invoice number. You see it is getting the invoice number which is currently selected, and then balances is showing here, calculating the balances same. And here actually we are returning the JSON in JSON form, JSON response, invoice number and balance amount. Then we are catching this field values in jQuery. I show you there. Up to here is finished. Then delete receipt, simple, nothing special, by default Django way. And update also simple. And this is receipt post. When we are finished, this button, this button, post receipt, function based view. What it is doing, same thing when we are posting the sales invoice, same thing here. Only the accounting role is changed. Instance here we are getting the account codes, same, main account code, sub account code, all this one which we already created. You see my old video, you will see there accounting, all accounting, chart of account here. This is my chart of account. So we are getting the account code, like this customer account, account receivable account, all things here. Then we are just creating the entry, voucher detail and voucher master, 2 entries. Voucher detail, 1 entry for debit. Here debit is equal to 0, receipt is equal to received amount, because account receivable credit and bank debit here, or cash debit. Now it is fixed here. Now by default, later we can make it dynamic, and here it is finished, and returning the sales data dashboard. This is receipt post. And after posting the receipt, we have already, we have the JV, and in that is in our account system how the JV will be treated. So JV we can also post and reverse also the JV. So now I will show you only last thing, the template. Receipt form. Here you see I am using the URL load invoices, data invoice URL, which I am incorporating here in receipt form. Here ID, what is the ID? Receipt form ID. I created one ID, receipt form, and value of the data invoices URL is equal to load invoices, which I will show you here. And this is the list of the invoices will come here. Then the second thing, in my previous video in accounts, I was using the other way of bringing the list, but here actually I am using the natural way, which is jQuery. Here all the fields, same field, nothing special, nothing different. If here we are putting the condition, if posted by is none, then show this one, update and delete button. Otherwise it will not showing, it is showing the stamp. You see here the stamp is showing, so nobody can update. And even here user will open, here the save button is not allowed. There also I put the same condition of site. If post data is none, then show the save button, otherwise don't show the save button. So it will not allow to update if it is posted. Then is in last, this is our jQuery for bringing the list. It is the ID, customer ID change. When the ID, customer ID change, this one, what will do, it will and this URL, it will be say URL will be this URL, and this customer ID this value, then this AJAX will be run. And in second, if invoice number ID invoice number will be changed on change, so the balances will be changed. Now select invoice number will come and balances here, I think in this one balances will be changed, same thing, and ID invoice number change, then load balances URL will run and balance will come here. It will id dot invoice number dot value data dot invoice number, which we are actually in our view. I already show you, we are sending the here, well, it is already open. Here we are sending the this one balances, invoice balance, invoice balance amount, invoice amount will be come here in these fields. This is just display fields, and then converting it to decimal and other thing, all 3 decimal using the and this one actually id dot append. This jQuery I am using separately. For example, I am changing the, for example, life. Now balances came. So when invoice number field will be append, so balance will be changed. Same thing. It will calling again. So that's it. Thank you very much for your time. So next I will try to work on payment. Same thing like for payment maybe, and in future maybe I was thinking to create some graphs using the panda or chart JS I already created in my e-commerce app. I will try to create the video for e-commerce app also in English before I create it in other language, Urdu. This already created the sales. Here also we have, later we can discuss, now leave it. Thank you very much. Bye.